Hello, my beautiful friends, Lightworkers, Starseeds, Spiritual Seekers. Everyone's welcome to my July Energy Update 2025. Whew, so what a ride. Before we dive into the channeling itself, I want to say that I use a different camera. And at the time, I don't know what is happening, but sometimes the autofocus has trouble. So please excuse in the last channeling, there was a section where I wasn't really, you couldn't see a picture. It was just a blurred spot. I know this is happening every now and then, so please bear with me. I try to figure out the technical side of this. And yeah, this is not my forte. So thank you for your understanding. Okay, let's get back to the energy update. We channeled the Arcturian Council of Light this time. I don't know who comes through. I invite the energies that are most helpful at this time, the highest energies I can connect with. And this was them at this time. So I'm really grateful for such wonderful advice. Yeah, I will listen. I will let you listen to all of it, of course. Maybe I know it's not always easy to digest this high energies and stick to the message until the end. So maybe if you just want to try to close your eyes or lie down and listen to it as if it was a guided meditation, I find this is very good to really take in all the energy that comes with such a channeling. So please remember, it is not only the words that can trigger, little nuggets of wisdom, or that can trigger transformation within you, but also the rest they provide around such a message. So my channel is not called Channel Light Codes for nothing. They really do transmit light codes along with the message. And when you have a channeling with me, or with any channeler, really, what you get is not only wisdom, logical things that your mind will digest, but also the warmth, the upgrade, the cosmic side of a channeling. So it's not to be underestimated, really. So why many people feel so uplifted after listening to such a message is not simply because the message itself is so positive, but also it was provided with other things that we cannot really see. So you might want to try this out. Okay, what is happening in July, guys? They talked about two sides of people. You can either be on this side or on that side. And they talked about imagine going uphill and downhill in a circular motion. So this is what's happening in July. And whether you are on this side or on that side is significantly different, and you're gonna find out why. So listen closely when they talk about that. And yeah, I think now is a good time to just jump into the channeling, and let's talk about what it all means afterwards. We greet you all. So for the next 30, 35, 40 days, something very interesting is going to happen. Some of you will perceive energies that are going up, that you're being lifted in your mood, in your actions, things that you normally strive for, things that you consciously have to pursue. Oh, today I want to be extra friendly or extra kind. I want to do only the best for the others, maybe. I want to speak the truth, always. I want to be as honest as I can. I want to be as present as I can. And this automatically, as many of you know, leads to a greater alignment of your core energies. You more easily follow your passions. You more easily follow the path that is laid out. You more easily go with all these energies that are present, and it is leading you quicker and with less distraction towards where you're meant to be. So for some of you, these energies will be predominantly felt and you're feeling like, oh, finally, the wind is in my back, not in my front. I'm being pushed up the hill. Everything is falling into place. It's so easy life right now. It's so nice. Everything is happening for me. I can believe it. Yes, yes. And for the others, the energies will feel very different. They will feel like the wind is in front of them, blowing very heavily and pushing them almost down the hill. They will have it a bit extra hard, going against the current. It has to do with where you are in your evolution. It also has to do with something else. In order to lift Earth higher, in order to be more easy in the ascension process for her, there needs to happen a circular motion. So the easier some of you go uphill, and the harder are some of you being pushed downhill. This is happening in a circle. So the harder some of you push against the current, the harder it will be for the energy current as a whole to flow. So what does this mean for those who have it a bit harder this month? For those who feel, oh, I'm going against the current. As usual, do not try to force anything. If you're feeling like, tired all the time, something is going to happen in my day I'm not prepared for, like yesterday and the day before. I cannot get a moment to breathe. Don't put the blame on yourself, first and foremost. Do not try to force things you cannot control. So when outside things are happening, they do not happen for you to make you feel extra bad or to make your life feel an extra struggle. Sometimes things are just happening because, and it have nothing to do with you or that you did something wrong. It is just that you happen to be on the evolution or the step of your evolution where your perception to these energies are stronger. Your core vibration is drawn to those energies. Another time is the other way around. So just breathe, go with the flow in the meaning of, yes, this is a moment in your life where things are a bit harder for you. But things will turn around again. So you will feel very clearly, the contrast will be very stark. Am I in this group or that group? Am I going uphill or am I being pushed downhill? And please remember, you're part of the collective, and in doing that, the struggle will be less. Please also remember that the energies are not out here to get you, especially if they're not to your liking, if they're overwhelming you. This is the core of what we are going to tell you today. The energies are neutral. The energies are here to help Earth and you in the end along, ascending, transforming. This is just the change around you. And sometimes all your perception organs, they feel only this side or only that side. You're very rarely a balanced organism. This is just the way you are. You always tend to focus on one thing and then make a generalized assumption out of it. But that's fine. If you want to try to be a bit more balanced, that's fine. But please do not work overly hard and exhaust yourself and make the struggle even more exhausting for you. these energies are just what they are, and they will turn around again, and then you will be going uphill and the other one might be going downhill. So this is the life. Don't worry about it. But there will be this kind of contrast. For some of you, it's going easy. For the others, it's a bit harder. In general, now you have turned over the half of the year. You have entered the second half. You're well underway. You are getting accustomed to the faster pace. Everything is spinning a bit faster. So the next 30 to 40 days are here for ingraining this motion into the grid. Also to get you or help you get accustomed to this faster pace still. So there will always be little motions that things are a bit quicker, things going a bit quicker, either the good way or the bad way. And then there will be a more calming moment where a few days nothing is really happening and you feel, okay, I can finally get some breath, and I can finally find some rest or calm a bit down. Then the speed will be going again. But this is a month also for integrating and for making sure that everyone has arrived in the current pace. Everyone is here with us, either on this side or on that side. It does not matter if you're going up or down. You're still contributing to the process and you're still contributing to your life. So please know the energies, neutral thing. They're not out here to get you. They're not out here to make your life harder. You're not the chosen miserable one or the chosen golden child. You're participating in life's flow. Are there any questions today? And please be as specific as you can.
We haven't prepared any questions today.
Right. The color gold is a fortunate color in the upcoming 40 days. If you meditate or if you have any spiritual practice, integrate it into your meditation. This is not the gold you sometimes associate with any chakra. This is divine glow that is containing all of the colors. It might look very different for some of you. Gold is a very fluid color for some of you. There is red gold, and there is a more greenish gold, and there is a more cooler toned gold. It does not matter the most appealing gold glow for you it is. Imagine this in your meditation, in your spiritual practices. Moving forward, imagine it's gold. Especially if you feel like, oh, I'm struggling. Imagine then the color gold. The color gold is protecting you. It is happening for you, child. Please remember that. Every energy current that is flowing through you is helping you along in the end, even if it is making it harder sometimes. It is only encouraging you to push through, to find the extra ounce of willpower, to concentrate on what it is worth here. To show you the strengths. If you have it easy all the time, how would you perceive yourself as a strong being? How would you know your power? How would you know what you can do? What wonderful characteristics you have. to maybe see the good even in the dark, to maybe be able to draw upon hope when all the others around you have forsaken hope. To maybe know, no, there is light. We just have to wait. We just have to push through. We just have to be patient. And to maybe perceive also, especially in times when things are hard around you, oh, look, it brings us closer together. And suddenly things aren't as bad as they looked before, simply because we can share. And we can open up in a way that we usually wouldn't open up to each other and show our vulnerability. And whenever we show our vulnerability, we discover all the other emotions that are there. I was not prepared to see this maybe from the person I usually do not talk so much to. But yeah, now they're showing me how they're scared and how this has affected them. And I now am able to hold space for them, to provide warmth for them, to give them maybe something I have and they haven't and they can need now. Or the other way around. I would never have guessed that it is exactly this neighbor who will help me out in my time of need. How wonderful. I discover many friends along struggle. This can also be a realization. And this can also be a golden nugget for you. Sometimes it's the other way around when we think about, life is going easy, it's going uphill, everything is falling into place, yeah? It's a tricky thing, this feeling. So it is a neutral energy, right? It's neither good nor bad. And this we want you to discover in the coming days and weeks. Try not to judge and categorize so much, but to be aware, what is happening? How am I feeling? And if you are good at that already, if you mastered this step, and try not to judge it and try not to explain things. I feel good because, oh, this is happening due to that. The more you can let go of the story of who you are and what you are, the conditioned thinking, the conditioned mind, the more you can just breathe and be and accept and move. The more you're helping yourself, the more you're helping others, the easier it will get. The more you will understand without trying to. And the more helpful you will be. This was a transmission of the Arcturian Council of Light. Our energy is peaceful in nature. We are providing support for humanity. Until next time. All right. So let's talk about what the message means in depth now. So you are on either the side that has it easy this month, or on the other one, they talked about having it a bit harder. So yeah, usually life consists of up and downs, and we are kind of used to that, right? But this month in July, it is a stark contrast, and it will be more palpable for everyone. So this time there is no confusion whether you are really having a good time and life is on your side, or whether this is one of those struggle moments. You will know. basically I find myself to be on the struggling side this month. So if you are with me on that, don't feel bad. This is just what life is, right? And I think I really found the beauty in it. I have had so many struggling moments throughout the last 12 months. I will not say I get used to this, but in a way, I find the beauty in it because I really feel when they say you will discover your strengths only when you need it. And that is so true because you don't need these characteristics otherwise. You do not need perseverance when everything is happening right away. And you do not need the notion of I really want to do this despite all odds. So the willpower that is inside of you, or simply the ability to calm others when they experience the same. I could not do my work if I was a perfectly happy person all the time. I had to go through severe illness, severe hardship, like probably most of you, right? But I think if I hadn't gone through this, I would not be able to provide any help. And I really feel that it is making me stronger. It is making me more focused. So if you feel you are on this side, don't take it personally. The universe is not out to get us. And yeah, we can use this for our own good. And you also know that energies will change and the circular motion will probably always be felt a bit. But next time we might be on the other side. What else did I say? Let me have a peek. I've written down stuff so I don't forget anything in my old age. And it is also, remember that you are drawn to those energies depending upon where in your evolution you're standing, right? And sometimes you profit more from being pushed uphill and you profit more from having a moment of rest in your life. So when we go through these valleys in life, and we have the struggle. So there is a moment when we are provided with this rest, when everything is happening alongside of us. We do not have to do anything. We don't have to worry. The universe has you covered. And if this is the energy that you're mostly drawn, or that is what you need right now, this is where you find yourself. And for the rest, who will profit more from experiencing the struggle and persevere through all of this, then just be grateful for this opportunity and make the most of it. This is what I tell myself. I will make the most of it. Right. What else do we have? The quicker pace. I think we all noticed that the years were passing. And as the years were passing, energies tend to be more quicker. So I think 5 years ago, life was a completely different life here. And nothing was happening one thing after another in such quick succession. So we need to get used to this. And already the grid is working. Already these faster paces for Gaia are also installed and they need to be integrated fully. So what I really loved is that no one is left behind. You know how there's always this talk of Earth will split into two. There's this timeline split where people will just, be left behind. They will be out of your lives. You will probably not come across them anymore because they're just not on this good side. And I cannot help myself. I feel this is a very, this is the very core of separation. And no judgment. If this is going to happen, then this is going to happen. But I actually loved that this was not the message here. And I personally have never gotten any message of separation. I know there are channels out there who preach this all the time. And we all hope that we are on the good side of this split. But I cannot help myself. This is also fueling some diversion. This is also fueling the notion of, oh, maybe I'm better than the other one. And it is not very uniting. And I think maybe this is why I'm channeling like that. But I think this is a much more lovely outlook on the future, that we can have this extra moment in time to wait upon the others, to let them get accustomed also to the pace. And Earth is always trying, obviously, to take us all with her. She is diverse. Look at her landscapes. We have deserts, we have snowy mountain peaks, we have lush green valleys, we have oceans, we have everything. And like Earth is diverse, she can house a huge diversity of people. And what is making us only, maybe rejecting diversity is when we protect these borders of our countries and look only within the country and only want this one kind of people in our country, then this is taking away from diversity. And what Spirit does is broadening the perspective again and telling us, no, let's wait until we're catching up. Let's wait for the weaker ones, all the slow ones, or whoever, let's wait for them. And let's have them the moment of getting accustomed to, because we do not all awaken to the same exact minute. And I'm glad, actually, because if that happened, we would not have any teachers. We would not have any elders to look up to, or to look up for help, for inspiration, and also for protection or security, in a sense. If you do not have anyone in your life telling you, it's all right, this has happened to me too, but don't worry, things will turn around, then there is only despair. So let's wait for the others, and let's get accustomed to these faster paces, these faster energies. And let's not forget about the color gold. This seems to be a very powerful instrument this month. And I already tried to do a meditation and a visualization of the color gold and all its shades. And you can play around with that, I feel. So like, you can imagine this as a sparkling rain of gold, or diving into a liquid lake of gold, or just airy energy of gold, like breathing it in, letting it travel through your body. Also focus on maybe wearing gold if you like this kind of jewelry, or simply eating maybe yellow colored or golden colored fruits and veg. Make it with curry if you like it. What else can you think about? Be creative and just focus on what comes to mind, and try to connect with what they said. So this was the energy update. I'm curious about you guys. What are you thinking? Do you find yourself more on the one side as the others? So what's up with your energies, and how are you feeling? I know that last week it was pretty interesting. Many people experienced a very chaotic Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So if you did find yourself on either of these days a bit out of it, don't worry. You were not the only one. All right. I wish you a very pleasant month, a very pleasant end of the week, and see you next week. Bye.